A$AP Rocky realized Drake's lawsuit is corny. What up, words? Boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership. Well, guess what, A$AP? We already knew that. Most of us in hip-hop and quite a few outside of hip-hop already know that Drake lawsuit is corny, it's ridiculous, and in my opinion, that thing will get tossed out of court. They doing way too much. They asking for too much discovery because it means they don't got nothing going on. It's the weirdest thing. You lost a rap battle, you keying on one single word out of all the words he said, and he said some really horrendous. If you take away the P word, the pedo word, he still got you. He still got you with a whole lot of other stuff. He broke down your whole character. He made a whole song talking to your mom, your dad, your imaginary daughter, which we still not have confirmation that it exists or don't exist. I'm going to believe K. Dot. I believe it's a girl out there. That's just a whole nother subject. I believe that when he was, who was it? Was it AJ and Free? Back in the day, they said, congratulations on your daughter. He said, thank you, right? They done scrubbed in and out of that. But I believe she's out there, but that's neither here nor there. This guy kind of got out on you with the raps, gang. We just watched that battle. Who was that? Murder Mook versus Homeboy from Wildin' Out. And for a minute, I thought Homeboy from Wildin' Out was gonna hold his own. Nah, Mook washed him. Right? It was a good battle until Homeboy started saying that Murder Mook did this, that, and the third with his girl, and it just turned ugly. It was a whole lot of accusations that didn't quite pan out, and he lost. So this is what happened with a battle. You get up, you say your raps, you let him say his raps, you say some more raps. He say some more raps. Third round, you you close it out. End of the battle rap. Somebody says who won, who lost. You shake hands, you go your separate ways. You do not file a lawsuit under any circumstances. You don't contrive some bullshit that the labels out to get you. Motherfucker, everybody label out to get them. They have to get as much money out of their ass as possible. Don't Lucian Grange own most of his catalog? Don't Lucian Grange get paid from everything he does? Don't Lucian Grange have Lucian Grange said himself, I have a vested interest in Drake winning, right? These rich guys, these old white guys, they don't like losing money. They don't like making their artists lose money. Like, oh, the lawsuit claims that he was going to, they wanted to devalue me so they can renegotiate my contract at a lower rate. That's what you're saying? And the court is really letting this go. The court really the judge is letting this go way too far, Judge. Like, you really believe that a man that got $1 billion locked into Drake is going to try to destroy him in one crazy summer? All of a sudden, now he's against him? Like, yeah, call him a pedophile. Like, what? No, that's not what happened. What happened is he's trying to make money for both of them. They have what is called a board. Like, the board is going to say everything needs to be done to make more money. We're not destroying nobody. Ain't nobody getting destroyed. What you mean? No, we don't do this to make the stocks go down. Stocks need to go up. We're going to promote both records. What's the name of the record? Family Matters. And the other one's called Not Like Us. We're going to promote both of them because they're both getting this money. So it makes no sense to try to push one over the other. But the lawsuit, the wacky, tacky, laffy, taffy ass bubble bath lawsuit, he really saying that this guy, Lucian Grange, was ordered Kendrick. Like, he ordered Kendrick to assassinate my character. Well, how can he assassinate your character? Ain't you in a battle with him? Assassinate him back. Swing your sword. Get him. You couldn't get him, you lost, so then come the lawsuit. I guarantee you, had he won, had they say, yo, you know what? Battle's over. Family Matters killed don't respond Kendrick. If the culture was like, don't respond Kendrick, you can't beat him, right? Wouldn't be no lawsuit. Even if he came with Not Like Us or not. What if the culture was like, Not Like Us ain't it, gang? This ain't it. We good. We good. It's over. You couldn't beat him, and you knew it, and you tried to beat him. Family Matters killed you. You came out with some goofy-ass songs, some West Coast sounding bullshit. It didn't work. Battle's over. He won. Let it go, K-Dot. There wouldn't be no lawsuit. I promise you that. There's no lawsuit coming. If the culture had sided with him, culture didn't side with him. They laughed at him. They clowned him. That song became the biggest song on earth. It hurt. Motherfucker can't go nowhere without they just played the song outside of his concert. Where was he at? Over there in Europe somewhere. Some little white boy that used to be his biggest fan. Now he's biggest foe, right? We used to be cool, and now we foes. Like some little white boy, he went and started playing Not Like Us while Drake was walking out of the venue. Drake looked over there like, you asshole. Like, still got to hear this song. So yes, this lawsuit is garbage. It's goofy, and people that defend it, they're not defending the lawsuit. They're defending Drake. I've really seen people that have complicated their own morals, their own morality to defend this lawsuit. They'll say, well, wouldn't you defend it if someone called you what? Gang, it's a battle. He reached for words and he got one that stuck. You can't be that word unless it's some smoke for the fire, gang. So no, he didn't call you something that was unheard of. If he would have called him, if Drake would have called him that, it wouldn't have stuck. They would have been like, come on, gang, you know this ain't. It ain't no evidence for that, but it's evidence for you. So that's why this word stung and it stuck, and people laughed, and they love to say A minor. They were just in Mexico, A minor, right? Motherfuckers was singing along with it. So end of the day, it's only a lawsuit because he lost. He made up a whole, and I truly believe, this is what is really, I'm going to be honest. I believe a lot of those narratives were internet driven and Drake just ran with them. Oh, he's defending the little man. It's gonna save the industry. None of that. Drake just made a pissy mad lawsuit. He just was mad. Man, get him. Write it. I don't care. Say it. So he told his team to write a lawsuit. It wasn't no saving the little man from the organization. I think when he dropped the lawsuit, people trying to cope started coming up with these narratives. You don't understand. A lot of Drake stuff come from narratives of the internet. The internet told Drake to say those people that you got that information from are clowns, because he didn't even realize that he said the opposite in the beginning of the verse on Heart Part 6. Right? He said he first say those whoever gave you that information is clowns. Then he says we gave you the information. He got that from the internet, gang. The internet was like, yo, Drake is feeding it to him. The internet made Drake believe that he could say he was feeding Kendrick the information. So most of Drake's stuff comes from the internet and the Grand Wizard chat nigga over there at Academics TV, which they exposed it for them that they have a bunch of communications over a year before the battle, even over a year of communication between Drake and Academics TV. They were already in contact before the battle even started. So during the battle, a lot of the narratives that Drake got were in that Academics TV conversation. And one of the things that Academics TV told Drake was that the narrative about feeding Kendrick the information. That's where Drake got it from. He didn't make that up in his own head. He was fed that. So what I'm saying is the whole thing about what the lawsuit was about was internet driven, because they had to cope with a rapper making a lawsuit against another rapper. They've never seen this. Well, it's not against Kendrick. It's against UMG, who's notoriously bad to their artists. The contracts are so now it's a whole thing which went out the window. He's fighting against bots. He's sick of the bots. He's going to change the narrative in the industry. So all this stuff none of it's true, because they dropped the bots narrative because they couldn't prove it. He has Spotify in there. He's gaming the system. He's all of his Spotify numbers. Well, he dropped Spotify from the lawsuit because he couldn't prove it, because it was wrong. Even Academics went and said, yo, I talked to my guy at Spotify. Those numbers are real. Sorry, guys. You got to stop the narrative. He made Academics TV because he pays Academics TV, a.k.a. the Grand Wizard chat nigga who runs the shit over there. Some Asian guy calling himself the Grand Wizard chat nigga. He runs Academics TV. Academics text him and said, take that down. Kendrick thing is not fake. It's not body. But Academics conveniently forgot that for the next year, because he ran with the narrative all over again that it was bots. He forgot that he told us all in 4K that it was no bots. He forgot that. But end of the day, we're right back here. A$AP Rocky got asked about it. And, they got a long running feud. That's his girl. Like he got the girl. Drake, he got the girl. Like, I know you still making songs, you still taking subs at Rihanna. He got the girl. Like, Drake would love to say, listen, she needs my money, she needs me, she don't need nothing, right? She got the song, needed me. Like, listen, needed you, needed me, whatever the song goes. That literally is a Drake diss. I don't know if y'all know that. She's like, listen, that whole song is a dissing Drake. This is just my opinion. That whole song, like, she's dissing Drake, right? Fuck your white horse and your carriage, right? That's talking to Drake, if you let me tell it, right? So end of the day, right? She don't need you, and it burns him. So A$AP got her. He takes shots at him, and his fans take shots at him. So when he's asked about this, he's gonna lean toward the culture. And then let me read this article. A$AP Rocky slams Drake's UMG lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. A$AP Rocky is not a fan of Drake taking his beef with Kendrick Lamar to the courtroom. In a new interview with Elle magazine, the Harlem rapper hit out at his former FN Problems collaborator for suing Universal Music Group over Kendrick's hit song Not Like Us. And it's funny because he took shots at A$AP on that Family Matters. Was it Family Matters or Push-Ups? I think it was Family Matters. He told him you can go back to modeling and some shit like that. Basically saying your raps is trash, you need to go back to modeling clothes. But it is what it is. Let me continue. Quote, The battle was between Kendrick and Drake, not Kendrick and everybody else who might have said something at that time. And that's mainly why I fell back, said Rocky, because he dissed Rocky, so Rocky had every right to jump in and da-da-da, and it would have gave him some pub, blah, 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 blah. But he's saying he didn't even want to get involved. Said Rocky, who himself became entangled in the battle when he threw shots at Drake on Future and Metro's Show of Hands before he caught some return fire on Drizzy's Family Matters. He threw them shots, but he could have came back after Family Matters and kept it going. Let me continue. I just hate the way that it's turning out with Drake suing and all that. What part of the game is that? What type of shit is that? That's none of my business, I guess. He added. It's on some slick. He trying to be like, that's none of my business. Niggas will say some shit that and then be like, ain't none of my business. You just made it your business. You just say the shit. You know they're going to report this is going to be all over the world. Drake filed his bombshell lawsuit back in January, accusing UMG, the parent company of both his and Kendrick's longtime labels, Republic and Interscope, of defamation and harassment. While the legal dispute has yet to go to trial, Drake has faced plenty of backlash from within the hip-hop community, with the likes of Pusha T, Joe Budden, and even Kendrick himself proverbially shaking their heads. Meanwhile, A$AP Rocky also discussed the lengthy delay behind his upcoming album, Don't Be Dumb, in his L cover story, chalking it down to his hectic personal life. Nigga got mad kids running around, trying to keep his wife happy, trying to model and do this, that, and the third. Plus, I don't think the buzz is there. I think he dropped the song and people was like, okay, this it? Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Quote, I don't want to primarily blame it on my case, but life was lifing, he said, referring to the felony assault case brought forward by A$AP Rocky that he had beat at the trial earlier this year, which a lot of people, including myself, thought he was crazy to go to trial, but he beat it. He knew better than me. Rihanna bought them babies in that court and sealed the deal. The judge was like, ain't no way I'm sending this man to nobody's prison. The jury was like, yeah, let's send him home to them babies. It is what it is. It was a smart play, gang. Smart. The biggest star in the world coming in with them babies, tears, eyes full of tears. He going home, and he went home. We don't plan on having any more children, but when it happens, you got to adjust and move with it. I got to be present for my family because that's first. So that's what it is. A$AP is saying, man, listen, the lawsuit is fugazi, it's silly, it's goofy. And even though this is my rival at the moment, this is some stuff that I'm going to mind my business low key. But at the end of the day, I think the lawsuit is corny. And most of us think it's corny because it is corny. The bubble bath rapper is all sudsed up and ready to get all into this lawsuit. And gang, it is what it is. It's not going to work. The lawsuit will get dropped. And if it does go to trial, he's going to get exposed more than anybody else. I'm just going to be honest, because he's one of the main purveyors of the bots. He's one of the main purveyors of payola and all that. And he will get exposed worse than it look right now for Kendrick getting exposed and the UMG and Lucian Grange and everybody else. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm out of here. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live 9:15. Me, TJ, and Flares talking about hip-hop and urban conversations that I'm sure you will enjoy. Top in, get in the comments, let us know you in there. All my social media platforms is popping at that time. Chop in. All right, I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. I'm out. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share. Tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location. Tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here. We ain't the cheese, we the trap.